Hello, tutoring classmate. I'm Cristian Ramirez. I'm 26 years old. Today I'm going to talk about for the topic design of material and virtual environment. I consider that this topic is so important for the developing of a future teacher, and also think that the element that I choose for design topic, design the lesson is images, the sounds, and I should make a relationship for this topic for I can explain the presentation and the student can understand the topic. The simple present. The first way is affirmative. The first role is the next. When you use the simple present, it's necessary that you identify and you know the use of the pronouns and the verb to be. Next, you identify what is the pronoun that used in the third person. That you see it, he, she, and it. And you use these pronouns that and addition that the infinitive. For this presentation, I select the topic, the simple present. I use a lot of images and use the sound for explain the roles, the grammar, the structure about the present simple. So let's start with the explain about the topic. When you use the present simple is a topic very simple. You should use the present simple when you speak about the daily routines and the frequency and the routines. The same routines. The way affirmative. It's necessary that you use the pronouns and the understand the verb to be for speaking present simple. Now you can see the pronouns on the left. You can see the pronouns in plural. Is I, you, we, they, and you should use infinitive. On the right you can see the pronouns in third person of singular. He, she, it. Now you should use these pronouns and complement with the other word for meta sentence. Now it's so important that you use pronouns and some of the roles for writing and pronunciation of the verbs. For this topic, it's necessary have in mind that when you use a pronoun, you should identify which is the plural, is it the person for had on mind the role for made a sentence. Other role for this topic is when the verbs in the letters O, sounds H, H, and W is you should add the letter E and it. For example, goat, rushes, watches, kids. You can see other example that is he goes to a school on foot. That is other road that you can forget. Okay, it's necessary that you see the element that I use for the explanation of the topic, but I consider that these elements are so important, made the knowledge for the student. The third role is verb ends in consonant. In why? You can see two verb author examples: cry, study. The ending of this verb is tries and studies. Example: he studies a lot. This part is so important for that the student should identify for understand the presence in the frequent actions. For example, you can see there are parts frequency is always, usual, often, sometimes, rarely, never, once, twice, three times, every time. This expression for you say how many actions made in this week, every day, in hour, and the time or place. Now, this explanation is about the negative way for the present simple. It's so important that you use the auxiliary the and doesn't. Um, American people use the doesn't is a contraction, but the right of the Latin people can use does not. You can see the rule is use the pronouns and the auxiliary the and don't, because some American people like use the contraction, and he she and it is doesn't, because does is for the third person. Now, examples with the plural pronouns but are in negative. Affirmative and negative. You can see on the um, left uh, the examples in affirmative, and on the right you can see the examples in negative. Okay, they have vegetables every day. They don't eat vegetables. Okay, now I say that when you speak in present simple but in negative, you should use the auxiliary do. That it's simple. That you use the auxiliary do, but use the negative for the sentence. They don't eat vegetables. It's popular that American people use don't because it's a contraction. In affirmative, it's simple. They use of the pronouns, they use of the verb in the base form, and the complement. Now, I'm going to explain the negative in third person sentence. You can see it on the left the negative sentence and excuse me, affirmative sentence, and on the right you can see the negative sentence. Now, you can see that the affirmative sentences is in plural, but it's in the third person. He usually watches TV in the morning. Okay, and negative is the third person, but it's a negative and use the auxiliary. He doesn't watch TV in the morning. It's so important that you have in your mind that the does, when you use does or the auxiliary, the base, the verb is in the base form. You you don't use or add the other letters, the it on the end of the verb and the it on the end of the verb, because you use the word does or doesn't, because is there the explain for the present simple. Okay, so the present simple in the time interrogative. This part is easy. You can identify two auxiliary. The auxiliary do, the auxiliary does. You can make a lot of sentences with the pronouns. Examples: do I read books? Do you read books? Do we read books? Do they read books? It's simple. For the pronouns in plural, you use do, and the pronouns and the complement. When you use does or the singular or the third person, uh, use does he reboot, does she reboot, that it a book. This example because is the reason that you use or explain in the simple present. This time need practice because a lot of the students uh, com- are confused in this time. Now, uh, uh, I explain the affirmative answer. You can identify that it's a question and this answer for a question, but it's affirmative. Does she ride a bike? Yes, she does. When any person speaking in English, it's necessary that you identify what is the auxiliary that this person is speak. Does she ride a bike? Does her that immediately that the person start in English, you identify that is the time that the person is speak. Now, does she ride a bike? Yes, she does. It's simple. It's so simple that you identify immediately that the time that this person is playing or this person is speak. That is the same thing that you should answer. Now, negative answer is the same situation of the other presentation. Does she go to the school by the car? Does she go to the school by the car? No. You are negative this sentence. No, she doesn't, or she does not. Uh, it's important that you identify that the contents in this sentence or this answer is because the American people use a lot of contractions. Does, doesn't. Okay? Okay? Okay, my dear teacher, this is my presentation about the simple present. Uh, this time is simple, but a lot of the students are confused for the use of the letter. It's in the end of the time and the verb, and the letter um, is and I is, um, the use of the do and that, but it's necessary that the student practice a lot of. Okay, teacher, thank you so much.